Alright, these are all, this is the Rubbermaid container of my shells from the last time I went to Florida. I haven't cleaned them yet, but I had sorted them on vacation. I always have ziplock baggies in all my suitcases because you never know when you need ziplock baggies. So I did sort these shells while on vacation. I have these little trash cans I got from the grocery store for $2.98. So I'm going to sort the shells. They're already sorted, but I'm going to put them in like similar shells and soak them for the afternoon. It is a beautiful day out, so I'm going to leave them out here for about a couple hours. If you read cleaning shells online, most people do half water, half bleach. I'm not going to use that much bleach. I'm probably going to do 75% water, 25% bleach. I don't feel like these shells are super stinky. I do not collect shells with living creatures in them. Most of them were already in piles that have been sitting out for a while, so the sun has done a great job of, cleaning them. But to be on the safe side, I am still going to use bleach, and I'm just going to soak them for a couple hours. When you're working with bleach, make sure you wear clothes that you don't care that gets splattered with bleach, and make sure you wear gloves because bleach is a harsh chemical. You don't want to ruin your skin or your jewelry, or if you have nails, you don't want to ruin your nails. So wear gloves. I have gloves right in my pocket. So let me get this started, and I have a hose right there. So I'm going to dump the shells in, add the water, and then add the bleach. Alright, I've sorted the shells into the little buckets. I just wanted to make a quick note. I pulled these olives aside. Do you see how these olives are shiny? I'm sorry, the sun and the shadow is killing me here. Okay, I don't know if you can really tell, but these are shiny. When you compare them to other olives, you will see that they're shiny. Like here's my other olives, they're kind of dull. You do not want to put your shiny olives in bleach water because the bleach will ruin that natural shine. I don't find the natural shiny olives that much, so when I do, I love them. So these I will just put in like a little bowl of soapy water. They don't smell, but I'll still wash them in bleachy water. So anyway, and then this is a big bag of conchs. I've decided not to wash these conchs. I have a shell garden. I'm gonna put these in my shell garden. They don't need to be washed because it's an outdoor shell garden. I will show you my shell garden later. I need to clean it up a little bit because there are some leaves, some leaf litter that I need to clean out of it, and then I will add these to the garden and I will show you my shell garden. So anyway, let me get back to this. I am going to cover these with water and then add, depending on how much water I put in, about 25% bleach. Alright, I added the water first and then the bleach. Make sure you add the water first if you have a hose, because if you do the bleach and then the water is going to make the bleach splatter and then you're going to get bleach stains on all your clothes. So I just did like 25% bleach. And then I just covered enough water to cover the shells and then added the bleach, and then I took an old kitchen spoon and stirred it around. Okay, as I was saying, so I put bleach in here. This one, you can actually see how it's yellow. I actually did 50% water and 50% bleach because this bag, when I opened it, it did stink. Very fishy. So there's something stinky in these, so I needed to add extra bleach. But the rest, you can see the water is not yellow because I didn't add that much bleach. They didn't smell. So anyway, I'm gonna let them soak out here for about 3 hours. I have a nail appointment. I'm gonna go get my nails done, get a new color on, and then once I'm back, I will rinse these out. And to rinse them out, I just have this handy little basket that I got at a yard sale that I use only for seashells and rocks, and I will just dump the shells in there and then rinse them off with the hose, and I will show that when I get back in about 3 hours. Alright, so I took the first bucket, I just dumped it in this strainer, and I'm just rinsing them off. Rinse them off really good. I have a spoon. I'm moving them around when I have two hands, so I don't want to touch them quite yet because there might still be a little bleach on them. So I'm just moving them around and rinsing them off really, really good. Okay, oh my god, look at that tulip right there. Oh, that's a really nice though. Look at that tulip. I think I remember picking that up. So pretty. There's another tulip. So pretty. You see my new nails I got done today? Very beachy, mermaidy. So anyway, you want to rinse them really good. If you're very worried about your yard, you want to rinse this in a place where you don't mind if the grass gets destroyed, because there was bleach in this. It might hurt the grass. I'm not really that particular about my grass, so I'm fine rinsing it right here. Anyway, I got these buckets to rinse, and then I have some beach towels set up on my deck, and I'm going to spread the shells out on the beach towels and leave them out this afternoon. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees, so they will dry in no time. And then I will pull out all my decorative jars and start sorting them in jars. Okay, here are all the shells rinsed off and spread out on this beach towel. Here's the different buckets. They don't really look as sorted as good as I thought they were, but sometimes on vacation you just want to relax, and sorting shells is not your top priority. So I'll definitely have to do a better job sorting tomorrow once they get all dry. I do have a fenced in backyard, so quite comfortable just leaving these shells out all night to dry. Tomorrow is going to be nice and hot. They look so pretty right now. Shells always look prettier when they're wet, but they still look good dry. Some people, when they display their shells, they'll rub like a little baby oil on them to make them shiny. I don't normally do that. I think they're shiny, or I think they're pretty natural, but it doesn't really hurt if you want to rub a little baby oil on your shells to make them look shiny. I usually leave them in jars with lids, so it's not necessary to make them look shiny, but look at that. This one looks just neat, as perfectly as it is. So pretty. And I see a couple pieces of glass. I guess I found some sea glass. Oh, and these worms. Oh my god, these are my favorite. I wish I found more of these. I don't find that many, because I would love to have a nice jar of these, just full of these, but I don't have enough to fill a jar. One day hopefully I have enough for a cool display jar, because I do love these worms. Here's another one. I should do pretty good on this trip. I know I have my collection somewhere, so I will add them to that pile. But these, oops, got that. Shark's eye is very pretty. Anyway, I will come back tomorrow after they're dry. Ooh, there's that nice little baby's ear. Very, very pretty. And put some in some jars, and then put some in my shell garden and show you the different ways I display shells. Alright, as you can see, it is a bright and beautiful day. All my shells are dried. This is a collection of bottles I've just been picking up. Like, I pick them up at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Target's, estate sales, whenever there's on clearance or whatever. Just cute little bottles that will look good around the house. Most of these I'll be putting in my different bathrooms. I have like a main bathroom, and then I have a guest bathroom, and then I have a bathroom for the spare bedrooms. So I have 3 bathrooms. They're all beach themed, so I put jars of shells in all the bathrooms. So anyway, I just always pick up little cute jars whenever I see them. You never know when you're gonna find a good use for them. So like these small jars is, I'll put the worms in there. Any of these cute coral pieces, I like to group with the shells, like similar shells. I group them together. So anyway, let me fill some of these jars and get working. And then any of these shells that don't fill the jars, I will stick in my shell garden, and I'll do a video a different day for my shell garden because I gotta clean it up a little. But I'll do one more post after I am done sorting these, so you can see how pretty the jars look filled with shells. Okay, here are the jars of shells. I've picked out my favorite shells. So this little jar is just the smalls, all kinds of different shells, just the little smalls. I picked out my favorites. Oh, there's the worms in there. Just all the cute littles. And then same thing with this one. I just picked out the small, my little favorites. This has a lot of the spirals, some olive, some coral, some shark's eye. On this jar, I gathered all the tulips and some small whelks in there. I don't normally see tulips, so I was very happy about that. And whelks, I just found some smaller whelks. This bigger jar is all like the fighting conchs and the other smaller conchs and cones and whatever they're called, similar to the conchs. It's just different, same shapes of those. I was amazed by how many I found this trip. All kinds of different varieties. So those are that. And then this is my olives. This is you can't see them as well because of the cord on this jar, but these are all the olives. Like I said, I just pick up cute jars whenever they're on sale. So this is just a variety of different jars. And then the final one I kept were all these little Miraxes. I don't see Miraxes that much. So am I saying that right? I think I am. I might not be. But I was very happy with these. Like I said, I don't see them that much. So. And then, of course, these are not all the shells. I just picked out my favorites, and the rest of the shells I put in my shell garden. So my shell garden is just the space I have in my backyard. Nothing grows because of just the location on the house. It doesn't get much sun, doesn't get any rain or anything. It's just a big patch of dirt. So I laid some plastic down, I covered it with a couple bags of sand, I built a little fence around it, and I put all the shells in it and some garden statues. And it's nothing special, but I love it. It's special to me, and I'll do a video of that. I'm still cleaning out some leaf litter. I do live in the Midwest, so I do have to contend with leaves getting into my shell garden. I'm just constantly cleaning that up. I want it to look a lot prettier before I do a video for you. But that's what I do with all my extra shells. I stick them in my shell garden. My husband's always like, what are you gonna do if we ever move? I don't know. Either hopefully the next homeowner likes shells, or I'm gonna get a big bucket and a shovel and stick them in a bucket. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about that till we actually move. I just enjoy it right now. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you later.